It's your girl MMG. What's good? Who's up? My East Coast money getters. What's good, West Coast? I know you guys should still be up. You probably just getting ready to get lit. It's Saturday. What's going on? What's good, everybody? What's the vibes? How's everybody doing on this fine Saturday evening? Guys, I feel like crap. I always tell myself I'm not going to go live, but I end up going live at some point during the day. I'm actually under the weather like real bad. I've been trying to work out, and that's not working out for me. I think I need to lose a little bit more weight, get some of this extra girth. I need to get rid of some of this extra girth before I really start getting into it or stretch more, right? Guys, today this morning I was doing some leg exercises, which came out pretty good. I thought my knee would be hurting after I did squats. Um, I did some, I don't know what you call them, but I've been really trying to tighten up my legs, right? And I like how my body's coming along when I do like the strength training. So I've been doing some of that with the weights. And today I didn't have any weights. I just did like some side twists. And when I tell you my shoulder, I don't know. I think maybe I might have some arthritis in my shoulder because every time I try to do like weight training or something like that, my spine, my whole spine just goes left. And I took Tylenol and the pain went away a little bit, but not enough. Not enough at all. So, um, and this has happened to me before, and I always think, oh my gosh, what's wrong with me? But I guess I know I have arthritis in my spine. And I already knew that. I already knew that from an injury from breaking up a fight at work years ago. But I didn't know that it had gotten this bad. I guess that's what happened when you don't work out regularly, right? So yeah, I'm just chilling. I went grocery shopping today. I got up bright and early. I've been actually up since 3 a.m. Okay. And so I tried to take a cat nap earlier today, but I just woke back up. But I've been up. I cooked dinner already. I cooked dinner at like 3 p.m. I made the girls some sliders, and I had some too. I put some potatoes. I sliced them up really good, like French fries, and I put a little olive oil drizzle, a little seasoning, and I popped them in the air fryer. When I tell you those French fries in the air fryer come out so good, and I use golden potatoes. I don't use Idaho potatoes. I don't know why, but I just like golden potatoes better than Idaho potatoes, even though they're much smaller. So I slice those up really thin, drizzle them with olive oil, put my seasoning, put it on the air fryer. And I like my French fries crispy on the outside, soft on the inside. So I kept them in a little too long, but it's no big deal. I still ate them. I ate my dinner, and I feel like I could go until tomorrow, even though I ate early. I feel pretty full. The girls enjoyed the meal, and my house is chill. I'm supposed to do like a movie thing with Raven. I don't know if she still wants to. I don't want to. I feel like crap. So what's good with you guys? Who's all in here with me? What's good? Hey, Mama Three. Hey, Zohet Hernandez. How are you guys doing tonight? What you guys got going on? Oh, it's only like 7. Oh, almost. No, no. I'm looking at the doggone time I'm in here. What time is it? Ooh, snap. It's almost 7. It's late for you, Mama Three. What are you and Jackson up to tonight, girl? Thanks for tuning in, everybody. It's almost 10, right? What time do you go to bed? Jackson is with his dad. Okay, that's what's up. So, are you going out tonight? You should be going out tonight since Jackson is with his dad. Oh, you were at Target. That's what's up. I haven't been to, well, I haven't been inside of Target, but I like, I like shopping. Oh my gosh, I haven't had a drink in since 2 birthdays ago. I often tell myself, you don't need alcohol. You don't need alcohol. But I want to drink at some point. I truly do. What are you drinking and what are you eating, Mama 3? Thank you guys, 20 of you in here. That's what's up. Can I get some likes, please? I would appreciate it if you guys give your girl some likes. And also, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I am MMG, the Mommy Money Getter, and it's lit over here. I promise you're gonna love it. Oh, and you know I love all margaritas: strawberry, mango, um, a tostada. You've been working so hard, girl. I won't even begrudge you that. You've been getting it. You've been doing your thing. Like I try to work out, and my body gives out on me. That's right. Double tap the live, guys. I appreciate you guys. Mama 3. I've been trying to work out a little bit more. I've been trying to walk a little bit more, and I feel like I feel like I could see myself toning up more. So that's why. But I have been doing so good. I'm so proud of me. Um, in the past couple of years, I've lost the same 15 pounds and gained it back like 3 times. And the last time, not only did I gain the 15 pounds back, I gained another 19 on top of it. So I was like, oh, eight freaking no. You headed to the gym this week? That's good. So I was like, ooh, no, 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 baby. So I said, I started the new weight loss journey in July, and I said I wasn't gonna cheat. If I cheated, I was gonna at least wait until August. So, um, I still haven't had any soda or fast food, and I think I'm good on that. But I feel like I'm more snacky. Can you hear me better now? What about now? Let me know if you can hear me better. Okay, cool. It's probably the way I have my phone. But yeah, I'm feeling more snacky and like I want to just eat more, like when I'm not hungry. And I can go hours without eating. I can probably go like if I stop eating at 7, 8, then I can go into the next day to like until like 2 or 3. So I can almost go 24 hours without eating. But it seems like when I start eating again, then I want to keep munching. So, and I'm trying to stop myself from that. Not trying to starve myself, but I'm just trying to stop myself from snacking in between meals. No, it's not good to go a long time, but I'm trying to eat when I'm hungry, as opposed to just eating for the heck of it. Yeah, but my whole thing has never been portions. It's just always been that, just filling up my day with food. So that's what I'm trying to break that habit of. And I thought I was doing pretty good with it. So I'm going to have to really dig my heels in and really work on that in August. And that's why I went grocery shopping today. Because sometimes I like to just see and touch and feel the food that I'm getting myself. Um, I like using Walmart Plus, but sometimes they'll just throw whatever in the cart. Yeah, I did get vegetables. Did I get vegetables today? I didn't get vegetables today because last month I got so many vegetables and so much got wasted. So all I got today was what I was gonna cook, which was tomatoes and like lettuce and stuff like that I was gonna use today. So if I cook something tomorrow, I will go get vegetables tomorrow and cook them. Because what I want to do is I want to cook enough for 2 or 3 days at a time so I don't waste vegetables and so that I don't waste food. And ordinarily, if I cook it, I'm going to eat it, especially if it's something I like. Um, so that's where I'm at with that. The nuts you can eat. Pause. There you go with that New York stuff. Pause. Um, yeah, I can get nuts too. I got raisins to snack on. I got the individual boxes, but I ate like 4 boxes of raisins today. That's a lot of raisins. The fish was so good, but this time I think I cooked it a little too long. The first time I cooked it, it was still very moist. Um, but it's a big piece of fish, Mama Three. Um, I put an onion on the inside of it as well to give it an extra kick, and then I marinated it in jerk seasoning, like it comes in a jar at Walmart. I love cucumbers. Healthy snack. I'm gonna get some apples, Jeannie. I think I should get some apples. I love apples with peanut butter. That'll be good. Oh, I did get some. I did get like a fruit bowl today too, and I got like some pico de gallo that's already made, so that when I have my breakfast, I can have like pico de gallo on my eggs, or like for breakfast, I don't have to have meat. I can do eggs and potatoes. I bought a big watermelon last week, Jeannie, and I sliced it up. And I don't like to juice. I don't like to juice. I like to eat my food, and I feel like if I juice, it's just like I might as well drink soda or something like that because juicing has a lot of sugar in it. So, like I said, I wasted so much fruit. I got a lot of my money back from Walmart because, like, I bought strawberries one day and, like, a day or two later, they were molded already. It was good. I ate it for like 2 days, and then that's why I try to. People say, well, you spent a lot of money on food. Well, I try to buy, I feel like it's better to buy the smaller portions, like the already, like how the grocery stores are now cutting the fruit up for you. I feel like it's better to buy that because it's already cut up, and I don't have to be like, okay, I'm going to cut it up today, and it never gets cut up, or it's too much, and then it still gets wasted. So waste not, want not. So I love watermelon. I love mango. But as I get older, it's harder for me to eat fruit. And I used to love fruit. Since I have not been eating like chocolate or things like that, I can eat fruit a little bit easier. But it's hard. I'll eat a banana. I got bananas. I did get bananas because bananas are so quick. You don't have to chop them up. You don't have to refrigerate them. And then you can eat bananas and peanut butter, things like that, right? But and I also love berries with Greek yogurt, with a little honey and a little cinnamon, plain Greek yogurt. But I'm trying to figure out ways to get my protein in. I did buy a couple of cans of smoked oysters. They do, they're canned and they do have a little sodium in them. But those canned oysters have like 24 grams of protein. So don't sleep on those. And I also got some tuna packed in water. So I can make some tuna with eggs. I love tuna. And so I'll be eating that for a little bit this month. But I don't know I don't want to use mayo in the tuna. I don't know. What else can I use as like a low cal dressing for the tuna? What do you guys suggest? I see people put like cottage cheese. They're putting cottage cheese on everything, and I don't want my food to taste gummy, or I don't want it to taste eggy or rubbery, right? Like, I don't mind substituting, one thing for the next, but it has to taste good. You think a little Greek yogurt? I don't know. I'm gonna try that out. Maybe take some Greek yogurt, a little. I see people doing that with the Greek yogurt, olive oil, and maybe like a little lime and season it up. I might try that. Listen, if it don't come out right, then I just messed up, and I'll know for the next time. But I'm gonna try um, Greek yogurt, and I'm gonna put some lime in it and some olive oil and a little seasoning, and I'm gonna see how that goes for with the tuna and some eggs and green onion. I don't like cilantro. I mean, I don't like celery in my tuna. I know some people like celery or relish. I don't like my tuna being crunchy. You think that sounds good? I think I'm gonna start using that, like when I want to, in the place of mayo, and I'm also gonna come up with a new like vinaigrette, something that I would like with like limes and I remember this girl at work. She used like garlic, and she had some oil and maybe some like lime or something like that, and she used it on like on her as a dressing. I like green onions in my tuna. Um, One time my friend did that years ago. I never put green onions, and that green onion when it got cold. Spring onions are really good, but I know people like onions too. My mom likes to cut. She don't eat mayo or nothing like that in her tuna, but she'll cut up some onions real good, and she'll put that and eggs and celery in her tuna and just eat that. The grown onions, what are those? Or the green onions? Yeah, I like those. So I'm gonna try that out next month since I bought cans of tuna. And that's pretty filling too. That's a lot of protein if you do the eggs and the tuna together. But I went to a weight loss class on Monday, and the nurse was like, eat eggs, only 2 eggs a day, maybe twice a week, and only eat beef twice a month. I'm like, girl, you are tripping, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to be go easy on the eggs and the beef this month to to make sure my cholesterol's on intact. And guys, guess what? You guys are hearing this first. Nobody else is hearing it. All two of you in here are about to hear this, so I hope you guys are listening and paying attention. Anybody in the chat, let me know you here, so in case I don't want to tell it. If you're here, you have to put a one in the chat. You cannot not let me know you're in here, because I know sometimes it'll say two people, but it'll be people in the bushes. Like if they're not commenting, it won't show you that they're in here, but they're in here. So if you're in here, you gotta let me know. But guys, what is it? This coming Tuesday, I have my first appointment with the plastic surgeon. So I am super stoked about that. Who knew me getting plastic surgery? But I always said that if I was going to do anything, it would be getting a breast reduction, and I need one. That's probably why my back is hurting. And I got to tell them my back is hurting, because if I don't tell them my back is hurting, then I'm not going to get the surgery for free. So, and I already know they're probably going to be like, oh, you got to be a certain BMI, you got to lose a certain amount of weight. And I'm game for that, and I'm already working on that. So, it sure is a good reason to have it. I feel like because I've had 5 pregnancies, and each pregnancy my breasts have gotten bigger, and they stuck around. Like a lot of women, after they have kids, they lose their boobs, right? Especially after they stop breastfeeding. I only breastfed, well, I breastfed my one of my daughters for 13 months and the other ones just a little bit, right? So that they can get a little nourishment for when they was first born. But I didn't breastfeed nearly enough for me to have these big boobs. But every ounce I gain, it goes to my boobs and to my stomach. When I'm pregnant, I'm just boobs. I don't even look pregnant for the longest. I just have, my boobs are just getting huge the whole time. So after I look back at old pics and I'm like, oh, I thought they were big then. They are huge now. So um, I'm sure if I lose weight, they'll go down some, but not enough, and it will probably be droopy. So give me a reduction and a lift and call it a day. So I'm gonna meet with him on with the plastic surgeon this week. I go into the office or whatever, so I'm sure he's probably gonna be like, you gotta lose some more weight because they want you to be a certain size before they start chopping stuff off your body. So I'm excited about that. It's another reason for me to stay committed to my weight loss journey. So hopefully, I'm thinking next spring sometime, I'll be having a surgery, but I at least want to have the consultation to see where I'm at and to see what the what the plastic surgeon wants to say. Thank you, Mama Three. I hope I got this. I do got this, and you got this too. I'm trying. It's a struggle. Yes, I have been doing real good. I think the first week I lost 14 pounds, and then after that, it was like three. It was like I gained 3 pounds, or I don't know if you know how you fluctuate. And then I stayed right there for a few days, and then finally, I came down those 3 pounds again. No, I came down 2 pounds, and then another week came, and then I came down another 2 pounds. So it went like that for like the last 3 weeks. Like I've just been losing like 2.5 pounds. But I don't know if you know her. Her name is Tony Fine on Instagram. She's like real assertive. I like her. She's a cute black girl, but she is like one of those weight loss gurus, and she talks about how on her diet or on her weight loss uh, plan, you'll lose 14 pounds. 12. She says 12 to 15 pounds that first week, and then after that you'll lose 2.5 pounds. I'm fine with that because we know what people look like when they drop that weight real fast. You can tell. You can always tell, and I hope I'm not. Uh, I hope nobody who's listening on a replay or right now feels some type of way. But I feel like most of the time, if somebody has had surgery or if they have Ozempic, you can tell because they lose the weight really fast, and then they have a lot of skin, and their face looks different. You can kind of tell. Oh, you'll be good with that too, yeah. So, yeah, I don't mind losing two pounds a week. 2 pounds a week is a lot. That's like 8 to 10 pounds in a month, right? If you lose that kind of weight, and it's gonna stay off longer, and it gives your body an opportunity to adjust and to your skin to stretch back into place. But if you lose it too fast, and people say, "Oh no, no matter what, if you have a lot of weight to lose, you're gonna have loose skin." No, I don't think it's gonna be like that, because I've seen people who are like my size and they exercise and they take about a year to lose the weight and they look really good. You can tell the difference between somebody who has lost weight and somebody who's got in shape. There's a difference. So, but I understand the need to, because like with me, I'm having cravings. Um, some days I'm snacking too much, and I understand if you have high blood pressure or you have health issues, I understand the need to get the weight off real quick. However, I also feel like the quicker you get it off, the quicker it's going to come back. Yes, that's what I'm worried about too. That's why I want to go to the gym and really work out too. You work out good. I mean, you be walking for like an hour. Girl, that's so motivational. Yeah, lift some weights. I have weights at home. Um, so I'm just really trying to take it slow and do what I can do, and mostly just focus on what I'm eating. I feel like the if I eat less, I can move better. Like if I get the weight off, I feel like if I don't eat a lot of salt, if I don't eat a lot of sugar, I feel like because let me just say this. I um I had knee surgery like what was it, 13 years ago, and my left knee it gets really stiff and like really swollen. And sometimes I have a tough time like crossing my left leg over my right. But now I can do it and I don't have any pain. I can bend it better. So that just lets me know all that sugar and salt wasn't doing any good for me. So that's why I say I want to lose some more weight to help with the inflammation on my joints and things like that. You went up some steps today? Oh my gosh, you know what? It either is me winded when I go up the steps or it's my knee. Like last week, my daughter lives upstairs. Her apartment is upstairs. And I walked up there. My knees were so sore, but I could do it. Today, I was pushing a cart all around Walmart. I felt good. What else did I do? Oh, the other day when I went to, it was last Monday or Tuesday. Last Monday, I was at Kaiser. Dang, that was just 5 days ago. I was walking all over that campus and it was hot. And I wasn't losing my breath. Like I was winded, like you know how you like, but I wasn't like struggling to breathe, and so that was good for me. Yes, keep going. You go like the other day, you were walking for like an hour. That was a long time. That's a long time. Walking on that walking path for an hour. So when is the last time you been up some steps? That's probably what it is. You haven't been on top of some steps in a while. What's good, everybody? When you come in, please do your girl a favor and hit the like button. How is your Saturday going, guys? Let me know where you're at, what you're doing tonight, what you got going on. As long as you don't pay attention to the time, you're good. Oh, like me, my asthma is gonna. This is what I just be wanting to do at this point, Mama Three. I just want to be able to walk into the store or walk into the mall and not be out of breath. Oh, you have an elevator. Oh, child, you and Jackson might want to walk up those stairs sometimes. How many flights of stairs do you have to walk up? Yeah, but for sure, uh, if you can, walk up a flight of stairs here and there because that's what's going to help you with your 4 flights. Ugh. Yeah, that's what's going to, I wouldn't, child, please. But um, where I live now is a flat, and I was just thinking, do I want to move into a 2-story? And I was just thinking, heck no, I don't want to move into a 2-story. Like my knees, between my knee and my lungs, no, I don't want to do that. I just want to be able to walk without feeling like I'm, gonna bust a lung. That's all I want to do. I don't need to. I don't need to walk up a flight of stairs, but you never know when you might have to. You might be at the mall and the escalator goes out or the power goes out, and you got to walk up in order to get out. So I remember the last time I could really walk up 4 flights of stairs, like at Universal Studios in California. You can go down the escalator to it's like a bottom level. It's like underground, And so it was so many people on that escalator. I was like, I am not getting on that escalator. And it was 4 flights high, the escalator. So when we went back up, I took the stairs. And I don't remember being out of breath or any of that. I probably was, but I don't remember that. I do not remember that. I'm in the city, so I need to be able to walk upstairs. Yes. And you guys walk a lot in New York, so I know you probably take the subway and you got to walk around. Oh, the escalator was broken at the mall. That's why you had to walk up. Yep. See, like we got to do it at least sometimes, right? Get those lungs working so that you just never know. Another thing I want to do is learn how to swim so I can expand my lungs too because I need to know how to swim. I just got to get over my ick out of the ickiness of being in the pool. I don't like being in the pool that somebody else can get into. Like if it was my personal pool, I wouldn't have a problem. But I don't like getting in public pools or pools that other people have access to. I could have went to the elevator, but I told myself to walk my butt up. Yeah, because what if the elevator got stuck too? That would have been like crazy. And I think about that all the time too. Like just take. Sometimes I used to take the stairs because I just wanted to take the stairs, but no, not no more. Child, no. I got to get some of this weight off of me. That's why it's so important to keep your weight down. Hey, Cancer 66, how you feeling today? What do you got going on, girl? How is everything going? I hope you're feeling good, and I hope you're enjoying this evening. I don't, when I was younger, I didn't think about that, but after I had my knee surgery, my physical therapist wanted me to have do like water aerobics, and I got in the pool, and when I got in that pool, it felt so it felt so slimy, it felt so icky, and then there was some senior citizens in the pool too, and I got it all inside my head, and after that, I never wanted to get back in the public pool. Yeah, I used to do public pools too, like when I was younger, in apartments and stuff like that. I put my feet in it. And I used to like do lazy rivers. Me and my kids did the lazy river a couple of weeks ago, and it was just so many people in that doggone lazy river. And all I was thinking about was all of the skin cells, all of the babies probably pooping and peeing. It was just ugh. You learned when you was like 8 or 9. You know what? I'm glad that you learned how to swim. And 9 feet of water. Oh my gosh. Mama 3, that's crazy. Wow. I remember one time I was at Venice Beach and I don't know what happened, but seaweed wrapped around my feet. Remember the movie Jaws? That movie was out big and I thought a shark was getting me. I was like 6 or 7, honey. I don't know what happened. But I got out of that beach, out of that ocean, and I didn't do that again. I never got back in the ocean water after that. I'm actually feeling a lot better. I just took my grandbaby to get minor bedroom makeover. Oh, that's cool. What did you guys go to, if you don't mind my asking you? And what did you guys get, Cancer 66? I just had dream over. What was it? What was it, the day before yesterday? I hadn't seen her in a couple of weeks. And so I had my daughter bring her over so I could visit with her for a little bit. And that little girl is a trip. She went and put her shoes on, and then she went and got my shoes so that I could put them on. And I was like, I'm not going outside right now. Because I was actually on live when she came, and my daughter was trying to take her outside to play, but she didn't want to go because she wanted me to go with her. I'm like, no, you go outside while I do the live. And so by the time I got done with the live, I was like, girl, I'm not going outside. It's hot. Thank you, Mama Three. Oh, you was watching your sister swim and you just went for it. I remember never going in 6 feet. Like I'm only 5'4", and so I was like, no. I would always stay in 3 or 4 feet. I would never get in 6 feet because I couldn't stand up in it. Right? Still to this day, I won't. I got her new bedding, curtains, rugs, and a few decorations. Oh, that's cute. Where did you guys go to? I see people going to what is it called? Hobby Lobby. They have the cutest stuff. I want to go there. You're only 5'2". You're short, Mama Three. I'm a shorty too. I'm a shorty too. But I think I'm average height. I think I'm like 5'4 1/4", but I'm not 5'5". I'm like 5'4 1/4". I've been this height since I've been 12 years old. So when I was coming up, all the girls was like around my height. Big girls. We were big girls. But 5'2" is short. Believe it or not, I'm like the tallest. My oldest daughter is like 5'6", 5'7". So she's the tallest. No, she's not the tallest. My niece is like 5'10", 5'11". So she's the tallest. And then my daughter. And then me. But I'm definitely the tallest out of my siblings. My mother's like 5 feet. Um, my sister underneath me is like 5'4", 5'3". Like my family's really short. Yes, mine too, Mama Three. You're 5'3", Cancer 66. You know what? My grandmother, I don't remember her being so short. I think that lady is like 4 feet tall. She is short now. And she wasn't that short, but she's like almost 90. So I definitely think she's shrinking. And my girls are short. Um, One of my daughters is like 4'10". Uh, all my daughters are short. Like I said, except my older daughter. She's my oldest. She's like 5'6", 5'7". But other than that, my daughters are really short and petite. Those girls are so little. My youngest can eat. I mean, I'm like, girl, she can eat her butt off, especially junk food. I have to force her to eat. If I don't have junk food like chips and stuff like that in the house, she act like she's gonna starve. I'll do that too. I'll try to not to get her too much junk food, so she'll eat regular dinner. And today she ate the slider. She likes a hamburger. She likes a chicken sandwich here and there. She loves tacos and nachos, but like chicken, my daughter won't eat. Fish, they won't eat. She'll eat pasta, but they're so picky. Your boys are skinny. Your daughter's 5'4", but she's thick. Yeah, my two older daughters, they're pretty thick too, but my last three, they're they're like between 100 and 100, like 115, 120. Yeah, they all wear like smalls. So they're like, shoot, they're like, they make three of me, shoot, because I'm a big girl. I was my mom's biggest child. I'm my mom's biggest daughter right now. Did I ever want a boy? Mama Three, don't go there. Did you ever want a girl? That's a sore spot. I'll tell you this. When I was having my first child, I had a boy name picked out for her. I was going to name her Jerome Marquise or something like that. Or I had the name, yeah, Jerome Marquise. That's what I was going to name my first child. But then when I got to the end, my mom was like, "What do you want, a boy?" My mom was like, "I like little girls." She was like, "You can dress them up so cute." I don't know, I like little girls. And my mom was saying that the whole time because I was saying, "I want a boy, I want a boy, I want a boy." And my sister, my older sister, had two kids at the time, and she was also pregnant, but she had her child a couple of weeks before I had my daughter. Um, she had a son, but my mom had her kids, for a couple of weeks, while she had the baby or whatever, and we were taking care of them, and I was helping to take care of them, and I just fell in love with my niece Brittany, and I just thought she was the cutest little thing. Oh my God! And I said, okay, I want a girl. So my second child, I was like, okay, now I want a boy. And when I didn't get my boy, I was like, oh my God, I didn't even want to name her because I had a name for a boy, Jalen. I knew that's what I was going to name her, Jalen. This is before everybody was naming their kids Jalen. So when my oldest daughter was like, Mom, can I name her? I was like, sure, I don't care, because I really didn't care. And I knew she was going to pick Kiara from The Lion King because we used to watch Lion King Part 2 all the time, right? So I already knew she was going to pick Kiara. And she said, so I said, what do you want to name her? She said, Kiara. So my third child, I'm like, okay, this has got to be my son. And it was a girl. And I'm like, God, what are you saying to me? You don't trust me with a boy? So the fourth child, my ex-husband was like, you know you don't have boys, so stop playing. I'm like, I'm not the one that determines whether or not I have a boy. You are. So guess what? I had another boy. By the time I had four boys, I said, okay, God, I get it. And I start calling them my Barbie dolls. I said, maybe you want me to teach women something. I don't know. And when it came to number five, I was like, you know what? A boy will not fit in. I was hoping for a boy a little bit, but it is what it is. And I got my five girls. Yes, Jalen is unisex. I knew Jay at that time. I knew Jaden Smith, and it was a lot of girls named Jada or Jade, but at that time it was the Lakers were playing the finals against, I guess it was the Spurs. I don't know, whichever team Jalen Rose was on. And I thought Jalen Rose was cute, and I was like, that's what I'm gonna name my baby. Because my sister had just had a baby, and I gave her a name that I probably would have used. I gave her the name Jadis, Jadis, for her daughter. I was like, oh, please name her. I thought Jadis was so pretty. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna name my child Jaylin. And I'm so glad I didn't name my child that, because so many kids had that name, Jalen, right after that. I mean, it seemed like everywhere you turn. But a lot of people name their kids Kiara too. It's so many Kiaras. My son only liked junk food, but my daughter wanted meat potato salad. She's never been a picky eater. Plus, she travels, so her palate is open to different food. You know what? Cancer 66. When I worked for Los Angeles County, I worked with Africans, Armenians, Hispanics, people from all walks of life, and Asians. And when we would have different like potlucks, or people would bring different things into let me try, that's how I start learning how to like different things and different cultures, foods. My Armenian co-worker, she would bring in like kebabs. She introduced me to what is it called? It's a pasta, but it looks like rice. She also she introduced me to like Mediterranean foods and things like that, and so that's why I like a lot of different things like that. And then my Hispanic friends, they would introduce me to different types of enchiladas. Like I never had chicken enchiladas with like green sauce made at home. Like I would always eat like the red sauce chicken enchiladas, and I know that's a common thing, but I never ate it that way until I worked with people and I started liking salsas and different things like that. So it's good to work with different people, and it's good to travel because you get to experience different things. I spell her name Kiara like Tiara, Kiara. And another thing is a lot of people say Kiara. So my mom, when I told her Kiara, she did her baby shower cake, Kierra. I'm like, that's not how you spell her name. And her name is not Kiara, it's Kiara. And and so a lot of people start calling her Kiara, even me. But now, because you got to make the emphasis on Key instead of Kiara, which is like lazier to say. You got to actually say Kiara. You know what I mean? So I guess it's easier for people to say that. My oldest dad wanted him to be Jalen, but it's Jediah, means hand of God. I like Jediah better. I like Jediah better, Mama Three. I love biblical names as well, but Kiara's father wanted to name her after his mother who passed away and his aunt who took care of him and raised him. He wanted to name my baby Jessie May, and I was like, "You done lost your mind. That has not happened." Then he wanted to name her Bathsheba after the woman that King David, sinned against God for. I'm like, "You are not naming my child Bathsheba. Bathsheba. You are losing it." My oldest granddaughter name is Jaleesa, and her sister, which is my second granddaughter, name is Jalen. I like Jalen. You spelled it different than I was gonna spell it. I was gonna spell it Jalen, but I see a lot of people spell it the way you did. You guys did Cancer 66, or they will spell it Jalynn. Jediah, Jordan, and Jackson. I love Jackson, especially how you spell it, because I like names that you can, right? Like they can have two names, right? So how you named him Jackson, Mama Three, but you can call him Jax, like in that show Sons of Anarchy. Remember they called him Jax? I love names like that. I didn't want Jordan. I literally didn't have a name and the clock was ticking. I had to leave the hospital and sign the paperwork, so Jordan it was. Um, I think I always had names for my kids. I always had names picked out. Like I knew this girl from camp. Her name was Sage Ali, and I always wanted to use both of those names. And I could end up giving Ali to my sister. I could have saved Ali from one of my kids, but I gave her Ali. I love the name Joaquin. I said if I ever had a boy, I was going to name him Joaquin. I gave her Joaquin. I gave her all my good names. And you know what? My baby sister, she let me name all her children. Except for my sister has a lot of kids, but she let me give them all a name. So, I really like that. You call him Jax? Yeah, I like that. I like Joaquin. Oh my gosh. Oh, and I got that from Joaquin Noah, and my sister named him Joaquin Noah, Jonah Joaquin Noah. I love that name, Noah. I love Noah for a girl or a boy. I love Joaquin. I love the name Kingston, but too many people name their kids King or Kingston. I had Kingston for the longest time in my head. Like if I have a boy, I'm gonna name him Kingston. If I have a boy, I'm gonna name him Ali, or a girl. I like names that could go for a boy or a girl as well. Jaquan. Oh, Jaquan. Ooh, no. I'm glad you said no to that. Heck no, I do not like Jaquan. Ew. Oh no, I don't like none of those names like that. I can't. And I know somebody's probably listening and probably gonna be like, "Girl, no, you didn't." I don't like how they took Messiah, right? They'll take a name, right? And instead of it being Messiah, it's gonna be Asaya, Tasiah, Lasaya, Asaya. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Or they'll do something like Jalen, and then it's Raylin, then then it's just like they wear it out. I like names that have meaning, names that are biblical, and that's just maybe that's because that's how my family is. Like my name is Charity, and then of course we got a hope and we got a faith. We got people always say that like, oh, you guys all of your names all mean something, and it does. Um, my kids, they all their names mean something. All my kids can look up their name, Google their name, and it means something, or it was a reason for it, right? Like they're named after somebody else in the family. Jaquan, Jediah Elliott, I like that. Jordan Jaquan, Jason Alexander. Oh, I love that name, Alexander. I love because you can call him Xander. You can name him. You can call him Alex, right? Oh, I love that. My last daughter, I'm going to tell you this guy's story. So my last daughter, when I first found out it was a girl, we were having a girl, I said, I'm going to name her Raven. And her father was nonchalant about it. He was like, whatever. He was like, I told you, you don't have boys. You can only have girls. And I was like, and I told you, you can only have girls because I don't determine the sex of the baby. So I said Raven. Then I must have been watching Housewives and going to work or whatever. I don't know. But one night I had a dream of this really light baby. And I don't know why my child came out so white because she came out white as I don't know what. White as like snow. Right? Just like white as pure snow. But before I had her, and I would think she'd come out looking like her sisters, uh, in between me and her father, like a caramel brown or something like that. But I had a dream of this baby. It was sitting in the back seat, and she was really light skinned. The baby was really light skinned, and I called her Riley. So when I woke up, I said, okay, I want to name her Riley. And so I told my mom was like, ooh, I love that. And I told my aunt, and I was like, um, my aunt was like, I love that name, Riley. Please name her Riley. Ooh, yes. And then I told her father, like, I don't want to name her Raven anymore. I'm going to name her Riley. And he was like, no. Because probably what had happened was I was watching the Boondocks because he was like, let's watch the Boondocks. It's a really good show. And I'm like, I don't want to watch a cartoon. He was like, come on, trust me, you're going to like it. So we was probably watching the Boondocks and I probably fell asleep and heard the name Riley. I don't know. But I had it in my mind. And plus from the Housewives too, Candy Burris, her daughter's name is Riley. So I said, I'm going to name her Riley. And he was like, listen, if I let you name my child Riley, do you know what people will say about me? I'm like, who cares what people will say? And why would people say something about Riley? He was like, no. He said, I can't have a child named her after Riley on the Boondocks. Hell no. I was like, what's wrong? He was like, I like Raven. When I said Raven, you didn't say anything about you liked Raven. You didn't say anything. Now all of a sudden, you like the name Raven. Okay, whatever. So I put it on Facebook. I was like, which one do you guys like better? Raven or Riley? Everybody said Riley. So me and him are going back and forth the last couple of months of my pregnancy. And he was like, this is what he told me. If you name her Riley, I'm not going to sign the birth certificate. I'm not claiming no baby named Riley. I'm like, what? So finally he was like, I'm thinking like because our daughter before her is Robin. He was thinking, I'm thinking we can both have two girls named after birds. And I'm like, okay, that sounds cool. He was like, you never thought of that? And I was like, no, I never thought of that. I'm just thinking I'll have Robin and I can have both of their names spelled similarly and all of that. I wasn't thinking about them being named after a bird. He was like, wow, you didn't think of that? He was like, you really slow. So I was like, okay, cool, whatever. So we just bickered the last 2 months. And I was like, well, I'm thinking that, because my ex-husband was a rapper, I was thinking that we can have her initials R-A-P. My married last name starts with a P. And he was like, yeah, well, I don't know. I was like, or she can have your initials too, like our daughter before that. He was like, well, she don't have to have my initials. So he came back with, because Nas is his all-time favorite rapper. Like me and my ex-husband, we had a lot of things that we did built around rap. Like when we wanted to get matching tattoos, we didn't do names or anything like that. We just because Outkast was his favorite rap group, and he was a Gemini and I'm an Aquarius. We decided we would get Aquemini tattoos like Outkast album, which he loved. So I was like, okay, he was like, let's do that, because I was like, let's get each other's horoscope. That was before I was a Christian and really into the Bible. Now I know better than to have astrological signs on me, but I don't have the sign. I just have Aquemini. He got her and I, Aquemini on his neck, and I got him and I, Aquemini. And I felt like it was so unique. And we used to like to do things like that. I felt like nobody had something like that. Like nobody combined their astrological signs and tatted them. I'm sure people have, but our signs were supposed to be simpatico, like we were the perfect mix. So I said, okay, I'm gonna get that on me. I'm gonna get him and I Aquemini, and he said he's gonna get her and I Aquemini. So I'm like, cool. So when it came to our last daughter, he was like, okay, I want to name. What you think about this? Because he was like, before he was like, give me a couple of days, I'll come up with something. And I was like, okay. So he was like, let's name her Nasir, because Mama Three, I wanted to name her Raven Alexandria, because why? Alexandria has three names. Four, really. Alexandria, or we can call her Alex, or we can call her Andrea, or we can call her Drea, like Drea Di Matteo, or Drea, like, the one that goes with that little boy basketball player. So I was thinking, I can name her Alexandria and it'll be so lit, right? And he was like, nah. Like every idea I came up with, and I really think it was just because he just wanted to control everything, because he liked being able to say he named all his kids. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So he comes to me with like, let's name her Raven Nasir. And I'm like, boom, and we could call her Nas, like the rapper. So yeah, that's why we named her that. That's a long story about that name, but yeah, we finally came up to that. And I didn't tell anybody, because my mom and my grandma and my aunt kept saying, what are you going to name her? What are you going to name her? And I kept saying, I know. And my grandma was like, you knew the whole time you wasn't naming her Riley. I did, but I kept it a secret between me and my ex-husband. I was like, I ain't going to tell nobody. He was like, you going to tell somebody? I was like, no, I'm not. I didn't tell anybody that I was going to name her Raven Nasir, and I didn't. But everybody thought the name Nas was so cute. I used to call her Nas when Nas is in the building. So, I love that name. Jackson's dad had a girl after you broke up. That, I'm not going to say that. I was going to say that B word. But, you know what? Guys love to do things like that, don't they? My son's name is Rudy. I was so mad on my ex-husband because we planned on Robert, which was after my dad, and I was so tired after childbirth. I just gave in. They love to do that, don't they? They love to come when you weak and you all in love with the baby and stuff, and you just don't want to argue, and all you want to do is bask in the glow of motherhood, and they try to swipe the rug from up under you. My daughter's name is Mariah. I love that name, Mariah Gina. Which Gina was my little sister's name. My husband picked Gina, and I wasn't in agreement, but now I'm happy we picked Gina as her middle name. That's cute, Mariah Gina. That's cute. Yeah, I think of Raven, like people always say, that's so Raven to her, so I know she gets annoyed by that. But literally, the only people that liked that name was my older sister. She was like, I think Raven is more unique. I don't know. I think it sounds jazzier than Riley. And when I was going to name her, the person that comes in, what is she called? The records lady, the clerk, she was like, well, I'm going to tell you like this. She said, I get a Riley at least 2 or 3 times a week, but I almost never get a Raven. So I'm like, you know what? Okay, because I didn't want her to have a name like everybody else. Oh, I love that, Christina Annette. Oh, Annette is your name, Cancer 66. I love that name, Annette. It's so feminine. It's so dainty and so pretty. Christina Annette. That is so cute. Oh, so you named Cancer 66. So you named your daughter after her, and she named her daughter after you. That is so cute. Everybody, my mom has so many people in this family name, and my family named after her. Like between her grandkids and her nieces, somebody has so many people have either my mom's first name or middle name. Thank you, Mama Three. I love Nas too, because it's different. Nas, I think, is actually a male name, Nasir. I forget what it means, but it means something. And and I'm grateful I named her that because her father passed away, and that's something that he gave to her and something that he wanted her to have. He named her that. Um, I'm glad you're enjoying the conversation, Cancer 66. You said that yesterday, so I'm very appreciative that you enjoy the conversations that we have. It wasn't meant to be. What wasn't meant to be, Mama Three? It brought back a good memory for me too because Nas was my last child. Oh my gosh. And I tell her all the time, look, I wasn't thinking about having you at all. But God blessed me with you because that's exactly what happened. I was like, oh my God, I don't want another child. Oh my God, I don't want another child. But then I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have my last child, right? And here I am in my late 30s. And, they're talking about genetic testing and all that. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm having a geriatric pregnancy. God help me. And God said, you know what, Charity, if you take care of those kids, I'm always going to take care of you. And I feel like that's a promise that He gave me when I was pregnant with my child. And I believe Him, and He always has. He's never failed me with my children. Um, Thank you, Jesus. But I remember when I had my child, and I mean, she was just so beautiful. She was so perfect. And she was like this ball of light. So when I had her, she was so white. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know who this baby looked like. And my grandmother and my aunt and everybody was in the room with me. And my aunt was like, she looked just like her father. What you talking about? And I was just like, oh my God, this baby was so white. Like, if you see a picture of her and all of us, except for her older sister, my oldest daughter was white like that too. I don't know why I be having these white babies, but um, my daughter was so white, and for years she did not like change colors. And so even now, kids at school ask her, "Are you biracial because your mom started?" And she's like, "No, I don't know why she's so white, but she came out like like a ray of sunlight, right?" And she made me so happy. Like I loved all my other children, and I was happy, and I give all my children the same kind of love. But I feel like because my last child was unexpected, and I wasn't looking to have any more children, I think that God said, "Here, boom, I'm gonna open up your heart for one more, so you can love her." And so she wasn't a bad baby at all. She did not play that taking too long with her bottle. I had this thing where I would wait to make her bottle. Like sometimes I would try to have bottles of water already there and just add the scoops. But if she ever had to wait, like once she got to fussing for her bottle, if she had to wait even a minute too long, she wouldn't take her bottle. You would have to take 20 to 30 minutes to calm that baby down. And outside of that, she was a good baby. That baby never, let me tell you something, that baby would go to bed at 8 and would not wake up till 4 in the morning. And she'd get her bottle and she'd go back down. You change her diaper, she'd go right back down and stay asleep till like 6 or 7. Raven never was a baby that woke up and stayed up for 2 and 3 hours in the middle of the night. She slept all night, every night, like the simplest baby, and just was smiling and was so happy. And she wasn't a crying baby trying to like a lap baby. She would want to get down and crawl and be with her sisters. I mean, just an excellent child. By the time she got like 10 months, I already started like being sad because I knew when she turns one, that's it, and I'm not having another baby. So I really enjoyed my pregnancy with her, and I enjoyed um, her when she was a baby. Yes, my sister and I gave our only daughters middle names after each other. I'm so glad it worked out that way because my sister passed away when my daughter was 10. Oh, wow. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm Hispanic and both my brother and sister had beautiful brown skin. I came out as pale as milk. I used to be so jealous of their beautiful skin. You know what? We all come out in different shades, right? Like you just never know what we're gonna come out with, what kind of hair we're gonna have, like what type of skin color, where it's gonna come from. That's what's so cool about humanity. That's why it doesn't make sense to be racist or to judge people because you just never know. Like people will say like, "Oh, you're so dark skinned and oh this and that," and then I don't know. My kids, some of my kids come out lighter than them. You just don't know. And I know some light skinned people, they have dark skinned kids. So why hate somebody because of the color of their skin, or why feel like you have an up on somebody because you feel like, oh, my skin is lighter. You just don't know what somebody's going to come out looking like. And that's just crazy anyway. But I'm sure your skin is beautiful too, Cancer 66. We always envy what we're not. I'm Hispanic too. My mom is light and my father is dark, and I'm in between. Some people from who are Puerto Rican, sometimes they'll say, I guess most people say they're Latino, but some people say, oh no, I'm Afro Latino, that they're Puerto Rican. I guess it just depends. But is there both Latino and Afro Latinos in Puerto Rico, Mama Three? Your dad looks African American. That's why I said that, because I know Cardi B, she'll say, oh, I'm Caribbean or something like that. She used to say she's Spanish. Both born in PR, yes. Your mom has straight hair and you have curly hair. Yeah, I see Cardi B. She has hair like a black person. You know, she has kinky hair. But we all have different hair textures and different skin colors. But I think at the end of the day, we all bleed the same kind of blood, right? Most Dominicans do call themselves Spanish. I get that though because a lot of people want people to take on characteristics that they are not. Her hair used to be real short though. Those little lace fronts that they grow your hair so good, and she's taking better care of her hair now because she didn't have hair at all. And then once she got famous, she started getting that making that money and was able to get people to take care of her hair because she didn't have hair like that before. And now she has really long hair. Yes, those hair masks work. I do those hair masks. Um, they make your hair thick, but one thing I felt about the hair mask is that after doing the hair mask, I felt like my hair wasn't as able to accept products. I felt like it made it kind of stiff, like too much protein in my hair. That's what I felt like. I had too much protein in my hair because my cuticles, like right now, if I were to wash my hair right now, my hair, the water would just sit on top. So I stopped doing those protein masks. But like when I take these braids out, I think I'm gonna do a protein mask because the last time I took braids out, my hair was breaking a lot. But um, when I don't put heat on my hair gets thick. and it grows long, but because it's so coarse, it breaks easily. So I'm realizing that I need to blow dry my hair out. I can't wear it really dry like that. I gotta either wear it like with a bunch of stuff on it, which it just sits on top of there, then my hair gets puffy, or I need to straighten it out with like a blow dryer so that the conditioner and the moisture, the moisturizers can really get into the cuticles. Because if I don't, then it's like my hair is just gonna break. Water sits right on top. Um, what was it in June? I was calling myself doing those wash and goes, and the first one came out real good. I was getting all kinds of compliments. Like, oh, your hair looks really cute. I was like, okay. And the second time I did it, it was all right. But after that, baby, that was a hot ghetto mess. And I just kept spraying stuff and spraying stuff. Well, wash and goes, that's what you do in the summer. That's how your son's hair is. Your daddy was dark skinned with very curly, coarse hair. You look more Puerto Rican or Cuban. Yeah. A wash and go. That's cool too if you can get away with it. Because especially if you're working out, you can just wash it and go. I like the look, but like I said, and my hair did much, much better than it ever did. I use Design Essentials. I clarify my hair because I have to do that like every 2 or 3 days. I have to wash all of the hair product out. I, Mama Three, I don't have that kind of hair. I gotta wash it, clarify it, get all the prior days product out. I gotta wash it, and then I gotta put leave in, and then I gotta spray it down, then I gotta put mousse, and I gotta work it through. Oh my gosh, it takes like 30 minutes to do. I wish I could wash my hair. If I didn't have, if I'm not doing a wash and go, I can't do it every 2 weeks. But you do condition it. Yeah, and then if after a couple of days the product is just sitting on there, it's like not even penetrating. So, and I keep spraying it with water, and the water is just sitting on top. I'm like, later for this. Ooh, I'm starting to feel a little bit better. That medicine is starting to work a little bit. It took all day. I don't think I'll be doing those exercises anymore. I don't know what I'm gonna do for my arms. I'll wait till I lose my next 20 pounds. This next 20 pounds is about to be so hard. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Because, ugh. Yeah. But guys, I'm about to head on out. I'm getting a little sleepy. Listen, you know what? I did some water bottles one day, and I was fine with that. I think that I just need to do like two, like get the armbands and do like some different type of exercise. And I think it was the twisting and the jerking. And I did it very little. I didn't even do a whole lot. But I think, like I said, like I could probably only strength train maybe twice a week on my arms for now. Or, like I said, lose a little bit more weight. Because people think, oh, lose weight, it'll make you feel, I mean, exercise, it'll make you feel better. But I feel like when you're so big, like I am, you got to come down. You got to come down a little bit. You're calling an Uber and going home. Oh my gosh, be safe, dear. Be safe. It's 8 o'clock. You're 11 o'clock. Okay, have a good night. And comment on something. Let me know you got made it home safe. God be with you. Cancer 66, you have a good night too. I'm about to I'm about to turn down a little bit. Thank you guys for having a conversation with me. I'll be back on this thing tomorrow. Have a good night, girl. You guys stay blessed.